The votes are in and counted. Kentucky voters have welcomed Survivor alum Nick Wilson as a new member of the House Representatives. The reality TV show winner of Survivor, David vs. Goliath, was a proud lawyer, prosecutor, and public defender in criminal law. Earlier this year, the previous House Representative, Regina Ruff, announced she would not be running for re-election. With no Republican or Democratic opposition to go against Nick Wilson, his victory was completely assured. Nick believes that he learned a good deal from his time on TV, as well as from being away from his home area. However, playing games is vastly different from how the real world works. Nick believes that although he learned a lot about himself from his time competing on Survivor, none of it will correlate to governance as a House representative. He recently told local area news outlet WSPA 7 News, "Survivor to me was a game, and politics is not a game. It's something that touches the everyday lives of everyday people." Nick goes from public defender to House Representative. Nick Wilson previously served the community of McCreary County as a public defender and then as an assistant Commonwealth attorney for both the Whitley and McCreary counties. His experiences are not extensive, but he is well grounded for the people of his immediate area. However, 2 counties out of an entire state is a limited view in the grand scope of things. Luckily, Nick's participation in not 1 but 2 Survivor games allowed him to interact with people of different backgrounds and walks of life, an experience that serves as his biggest takeaway from it all. Nick Wilson claims, "We have so much unique talent in Appalachia, and it would be great to see more economic opportunities for employment, for education, and for trade schools." Nick's announcement to run was made in late January of this year, and at the time there were no other runners aside from the current House Representative, Regina Ruff. When she stated she would not run for re-election and was to endorse Nick Wilson instead, he could say nothing more than how pleased and honored he felt for her support. Representative Ruff supported her decision by stating that Nick exhibited the desire to communicate with and serve the people of our region, and expressed he would like to run for office at some point in his life. Unopposed or not, the votes were by technicality, and it's anyone's game despite there being no official opposition to Nick Wilson. With the volatility of write-in candidates, Nick Wilson won the Kentucky Power seat by default. Regardless of how the victory came about, Nick seeks to live up to the expectations he set up for himself, as well as fill in space left by the previous Kentucky House Representative. As the winner of Survivor, David vs. Goliath, and the newly voted-in victor in the state, Nick is vastly optimistic towards the opportunity to represent his state. Source: WSPA 7 News.